Our children's education is at stake. Their future is at stake. Our economy is at stake. Jobs.
Do you have anything you'd like to add about Yvonne Selcer?
For Hopkins High School, we also support her work.
Yvonne was an amazing representative in the Hopkins School District. She received many.
This is fun. Welcome, Yvonne Selcer.
Well, thank you so much, Nancy. I'm delighted to be here.
Yvonne, I would like to congratulate you and tell you that you are perhaps a combination of the bravest woman and the goofiest woman I've ever known. Who on earth willingly takes on this challenge?
Well, Nancy, I have to tell you that this was not my original plan. I served for 2 terms on the Hopkins School Board.
Yes.
And when I, during my last year on the board, we had a survey done and it recorded the highest public trust in the Hopkins School Board in over a decade. We had won numerous awards, academic awards, while I was on the board, and culminating when I was chair with 5 fiscal excellence awards, 4 from the state and 1 national award. And
That's so remarkable.
Oh.
And it was because you saw that, and of course the awful thing that happened to Maria Rude, that you decided, because Maria was not going to go after it again, to run for her seat and get that seat back on the DFL side of the ledger. The obvious question is, you're really facing a tough battle.
Yes.
And you're going to be out there telling every one of us why you can do it.
I can do it because I've done it. I have a proven track record. When I first came on the board, when I was the newest board member, Nancy, we experienced some real fiscal difficulties, and so I rolled up my sleeves. I spearheaded and chaired the first board audit committee in a Minnesota school district, and we, as I mentioned, we culminated all of it. We had a very healthy fund balance, and we were winning awards for fiscal excellence in reporting and management. And so you're right. When I retired, I enjoyed that for about 2 days, and then and when after redistricting was complete and people started to call me and ask me if I would run, the first thing I did was call Maria and ask her if she would run, and she said no, but would you? And so, you know, I have a passion for public service. I'm very dismayed at the gridlock at the Capitol. There is no cooperation, no common sense, and we just need to restore that, and that's what I'd like to bring.
I would like to think that an awful lot of people who voted to place a Republican in the legislature in 2010 have had buyer's remorse. And I would think that as you're running against your opponent, one of the obvious things you can pull out, am I wrong, is here's what he did and here's what he didn't do, and force them to look at his voting record.
The big thing for me was the shutdown in the last government session, and the people, the innocent people that were thrown out of work.
Yeah.
And there's just no excuse for that. On the school board, we had deadlines given to us by the state to get our work done in a timely manner, and we did it. And there's no reason why, and that we can't do that at the state capitol, and I've done it. And I am going to go and, of course, make my case. I do have bipartisan support because as a school board member, I receive votes from Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all parties, because it's a nonpartisan office. And so I'm going to go talk to those people and visit with those people, and we can chat about what they'd like to see at the state capitol.
How do you see the state's role in controlling the costs associated with health care?
So you cannot know what all the specific industries.
I am really worried about the legacy amendment. The funding is meant for the arts in Minnesota and for our
Last, you were commenting on jobs, and so I'm wondering what your stance is on creating more jobs in the area.
You use the word gridlock, and there's no question that since 2010, we have seen, I think, an unprecedented situation, and it seems mean-spirited, it seems stupid, it seems harmful, literally harmful to our state and our citizens. Do you really, really, really in your heart think that they can fix it? That you can be a part of the fix of all of this?
I think I can be a part of it, and I think people are really tired of it. People do not want gridlock. They did not send legislators of either party or any of the parties to the legislature to argue and fight. They sent them to work out the issues, and it's time to stop the politics of division and distraction, Nancy, and it's time to focus on the issues that really matter to Minnesota.
Like jobs, jobs, jobs.
Like jobs, jobs, jobs.
Which
yes.
was promised when they won in 2010, and we have yet, at almost the end of the second legislative session, to see a single job creation from these folks. And now the hard work really starts. You are going to be pounding the pavement, and you need our help. How can we help get you there? Because we need you.
I do need your help. I need all of your help. And what you can do is volunteer. I urge people to visit our website, www.yvonneselcer.com, and you can volunteer, and which will be great. And you can also contribute. That's always helpful because we have to get our message out, and we have to make sure that we're ready to counteract any misinformation or negative messages such as came out in the last election.
Are you not concerned, knowing what the Republicans were willing to do to Maria Rudd, that they might attempt to do the same thing to you?
Yes, and they very well may try to do the same thing to me, and so what I need to do is get my message out to the people. The nice thing is that for 8 years, a large portion of my Senate District 48A, they've seen me in action locally on the school board. And I look forward to connecting with those people that I have not yet had the pleasure to meet. And so I think by personal contact, by the droves of volunteers that I know that this appeal
and
will,
the donations.
Yes.
You need to have cash.
Yes.
We're there, aren't we? We're there. Yvonne Selcer, SELCER.com. Bless your heart. You are brave and wonderful, and we need you. Good luck.
Thank you, Nancy.
Good luck.
Thanks,
Yvonne.
Thank you.
Democratic Visions is handmade by volunteers for the entire metro region. Through DFL Senate District 48, Lori Pryor, Chair.